Minsu waited in the doctor's office for her results. As she sat in silence, her thoughts drifted to Wubin, how he had risked his life to save her. She was now ready to do anything to save him in return. The thought of losing him was devastating, not only for her, but for everyone around him. The doctor walked in and took his seat. He looked at her and asked if she was okay. Minsu nodded and responded that she was fine, then immediately asked about Wubin's condition and whether he was stable. The doctor explained that they were hopeful things would improve after the liver transplant. He then looked at the medical file in front of him, glanced at Minsu, and informed her that she was not a match. However, he acknowledged her bravery and selflessness in attempting to make such a sacrifice for her friend. Minsu responded that Wubin was indeed her friend, and that anyone who truly knew the kind of person he was would be willing to do the same. Changing the topic, the doctor looked at her with a smile and mentioned that during the blood tests, they had discovered something. Minsu, now concerned, asked what it was. The doctor congratulated her and told her that she was 3 weeks pregnant. Minsu sat there in shock, speechless. The doctor reassured her that it was good news and advised her to share it with her husband. Minsu, however, explained that she didn't want to tell him just yet, as Sunjin was already going through a lot. She wanted to wait until the situation had calmed down before sharing the news. The doctor smiled, agreed with her decision, stood up, and informed her they were done. As he walked out, Minsu sat in silence, placing her hand gently over her belly, overwhelmed by the realization that she was really pregnant. She wasn't sure whether to be happy or not, especially with everything going on around her. In another room, the doctor sat with Sunjin and reviewed the results. He informed him that fortunately he was a match, and in fact, the only match among the 3 of them. Sunjin smiled with relief and asked when the process would begin, expressing his readiness. The doctor glanced at the time and suggested that it was too late to begin that day. It would be better to start the following day. Sunjin agreed, adding that staying the night at the hospital would give him an opportunity to monitor Wubin in case there were any changes. The doctor reminded him that Wubin was under the care of highly qualified doctors and nurses who wouldn't let anything happen to him. He added that Sunjin had already been at the hospital for many hours and needed to go home, get some rest, and spend time with his wife before the surgery. He emphasized that Sunjin needed to be alert and not exhausted. Although Sunjin hesitated, he eventually agreed. Both men stood, and the doctor assured him once more that Wubin was in good hands and that he would be informed immediately if anything changed. Sunjin nodded in agreement, thanked him, and walked out. Minsu was waiting for him. She approached and asked if he was a match. Sunjin nodded. Minsu expressed her relief, thankful that they would finally be able to save Wubin. However, Sunjin's father, who had been standing nearby, expressed his disapproval. He believed that Sunjin was putting himself at risk unnecessarily, insisting they could have found another donor. He emphasized how the surgery could negatively affect Sunjin's health. Sunjin looked at his father and stated firmly that Wubin had sacrificed a lot, and compared to that, a liver was nothing. He explained that the liver regenerates over time, meaning it would grow back. He added that he would have done the same even if it were his father in Wubin's place. Before the argument could escalate, Sunjin's mother intervened, urging them not to argue. She reminded them that it had been a long day and suggested they go home and return in the morning. The family agreed and left the hospital. As Minsu and Sunjin made their way to the car, Wubin's mother approached them. With pain in her eyes, she pleaded with Sunjin, requesting that if Wubin recovered, he should stay away from him. She spoke as a mother fearing the loss of her only child. She explained that every time Wubin was around Sunjin, he put himself in danger for his friend. She wanted her son to take a break from being the savior and to finally be the one saved. She feared that if Wubin and Sunjin resumed their friendship, the cycle would repeat, putting Wubin in harm's way again. She walked away, leaving Sunjin standing there in deep thought. He did not blame her. She was a mother, and Woobin was her only child. The thought of losing him was unbearable. Sunjin joined Minsu in the car, and they drove off.